ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Joe Prime here. Today I have got something phenomenal for you. I was going to save this for Prime pickups, but I couldn't help myself. I had to open up the package. I got the BAIWEI Maintenance Commander. Yeah, I don't know if that means that he's like the head of sanitation. Maybe he's the main janitor, you know. I don't know. He's the maintenance commander. That's what he is. What he is to me is a Nemisis Prime. Let me take these off because they're looking kind of weird in the shot. Come here, buddy. And you come here. But this is an example of what you can do with that guy. He comes with these. These are the pieces of his handle to the axe that we got going on in here. I have got him in truck mode, and a glorious truck mode it is. There he is in his Cybertronian Prime truck mode, and this is basically a slightly overscaled version of the animated Nemisis, actually the universal, whatever, the animated one we got here. But he comes with the DK kit, the add-on kit that makes him really cool. He's got a couple of cool things that separate him from the other guy. For one, the little tires on the front, instead of having those little wheels up in here, which they kind of have a cutout for them, but still, instead of doing that, your wheels push out and around over there on the front. Let's look at this guy real close. I have got his weapons. Everything is stored on him, and like you've seen, you can take these bits, which are the handles to the axe, you can stick them in here, you can fold this over, you can pop these out, then you can stick them in there if you want to, and you can go with that kind of look. That's kind of cool. I was doing that while I was playing with him. Yeah, you can do that. You can, if you wanted like the smaller little, that's, I think, I had him whenever I was sitting there playing with him. Let's pull those back off. Let's pull those back off. And of course, these are kind of jointed. They've got these little bits here. Those slide off and on. There you go. But that's your little point right there. There you go. There you go. Now, let's look at this guy. Real close. Real close. Give you one good look at him. Nice translucent red right there. You can kind of see inside the cab a little bit, but that's cool. There's a little cool futuristic bumper looking things. There's the translucent red on the siren, the light bar on top. You got that awesome, phenomenal teal going all the way down. Let's take this off of him. Going all the way down, matching up with that silver right there and your little thruster things right here. These are the wings that pop onto this guy. Yeah, and then you've got all the stuff on the back right there, and then you've got the guns that you can position however you like. This raises up. Yeah, that'll raise up for you. So then you can, you can do whatever you like with him there. There you go. And does he roll? Of course he rolls. He rolls pretty well. There we go. The back wheels are kind of hindered up because those don't tab all the way up in there because the, whatever you want to call it, the arm bits have to tab into the back of here. Little bit of parts forming, but I don't care. This is phenomenal. This is so much fun to play with. Let's take these bits and pieces off so you can really see all the accessories that this guy comes with. There we go, and we'll fold these little handles out to make the little handles of his blaster, and there you go. We got a really cool, fantastic translucent axe, accented with some phenomenal silver. Look at it, gleamy and shiny. And of course the handle pulls out so you can have his full-fledged little axey thing there. And this, we'll put that right there. Where'd the other one go? I like to lose pieces and stuff, so let's try and keep stuff together. This all pops in two places. Right back here. These just kind of fold down. We'll fold these up. We might as well just do the transformation. We fold those up, and it clips in right here on his feet. And it clips in very tightly with that plug there and that plug there. And they clip in right there and right there. What does that leave you with? We'll put the cab right over here. We'll let him set for a minute, and we'll fully disassemble. He tried to get away. Did you see that? We'll fully disassemble this thing. So you can really, really, really see what we're looking at. This right here actually has a little thing that pops out right there, clicks into place, so you can have another blaster. This guy's loaded with blasters, but let's go on ahead. Let's keep that turned in for right now, and let's take all this apart. The feet/wheels come out right there. They are tabbed in there and there and there and there, and there's different size tabs too. It took me a second. The big tabs are up here, little tabs are back there, and yeah, I kept wanting to put it on like that. There you go. Just make sure you line the right size tabs up. I tend to be a goober. I don't like watching videos or listening to instructions. Let's just kind of pull this stuff out here. And you can see his hammer's tucked away in there. And you can pull that handle completely off of his hammer. And all of this comes out. And let me see. The hammer actually, let's fold his little wings out here. The hammer tabs in these 4 slots here. So probably what you would want to do, I started from the butt and went in. You should probably start here. Like, put your stuff together, and then it's got those little pokies right there. You can see it. They tab in right there and there and give you your nice clean trailer look. That is awesome. Of course, these are his gauntlets for the God Genrai mode, or whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want it to be. It's your toy. You play with it however you want. That has a post right there. Oh, it has 3 posts. I didn't know that. So you can put that in a multitude of positions, I guess, if you want. Heck, you could post it there on the side of his thing. You can do whatever you want to with this. Okay, but what we're going to do is look at all of the stuff. Here we go. This is his little lack radder, blah, 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 little ladder and rack. You can pull this out, and that's where this comes in. You flip that out, and boom, you've got like a huge chain blah, blah, blah blaster right there. There you go. And this can be underslung, kind of like the, what was the other one, where he actually turns into the fire truck. You know what I'm talking about. And these are his wings. You fold these little pieces up. You turn these little pieces, I think they go like that, don't they? Turn these little pieces like that, and this opens up right there. And of course, right there, you've got the carrier, and that just snaps right onto his back. And there's all your little plugs where everything plugs in on the back. We'll set that right over there. Here are his little gauntlets. There's a tab right there. This is where this tabs into that right there. Whenever those go tabbed in, boom, bloop, they tab in right there on that little thing. Put that over there, put that over there. There's the gauntlets, the feet. You pull them apart here. They've just got a couple of little tabs and slots right there. Fold that up, and you fold that up, and you pop that out, and you pop that out. There you go, and there you go. And that was hindering his wheels going down, that inside there's actually your ankle tilt. Boom! Which, you know, you kind of want to keep that. So we'll go ahead and we'll make these feet into feet. You know what I mean. We'll make the feet. There we go, there we go. Put that there, put that there. You have your blasters. I think we looked at that. You get 2 of these. There you go. You have your handle bits for the axe. Let's go ahead and put that together since I've got it in my hand. Put that there. And we put that there. And you've got a humongous translucent right there, translucent in the middle, hammer. How cool is that? Ooh, yeah, that's kind of heavy too. There you go. Then he comes, like I said, with his battle axe, retractable, blah, blah, blah. I think we talked about that. That is all the accessories that come with this guy. So, let us now, there we go. We looked at him in truck mode, and this is the box he comes in. I already did a slide out. I did a live show where I couldn't help myself. I slid him out. I wanted to look at him so bad. But now is the actual true reveal. We're going to go on ahead. We're going to transform him. We're going to turn him into that guy. And he does come with an instruction pamphlet. And, you know, there you go. I memorized side 2. Yeah, memorized. I can't even say the word, let alone the actual perform the function of memorization. Whatever. We'll put that right there for right now. There we go, there we go. All right, let's push all this stuff back. Let's get you down here just a tiny little bit, and let's get you into the action. There you go. This is your truck. This is what that guy back there, the animated Prime that they gave us just a couple of years ago, looks like. Whenever you transform him out, he's a little bit different. He's a little bit longer here, and like I said, the wheels are no longer there. We've got those cool wheels that turn in right there. Speaking of those, let's just start with transformation right there. You push those back. Let's separate these legs, and there's a push. Don't try and clink. It's a push little lock thing in there. I sat there trying to push on it. This, however, is very tight. There's 2 pins there. There's 2 pins there. Undo that. Undo that. And we got to kind of work everything apart a little bit. There we go. And there we go. We got his legs apart. Let's... why not? Let's go ahead and finish putting them together while we're here. Push those down, and his stuff follows. I love the way these legs basically form themselves. There you go. You got that. That rocks up. This is on a little rocker. Ba-doop. Rocks back in. Right there. Rocks back in, simply, he says. And then the foot does this crazy wonka thing, and you just push it back into place. There we go, there we go. Let us, no, we don't need to spin him around. We just need to work on the top half up here. Pull his arms out. We'll pull that back. Let's go on ahead and get these arms, and this all comes out, and there we go. And I know our little arms and all this rock. Oh! Uh-oh. Where did that come from? We'll find it in a minute. This little piece popped off. Well, I was kind of handling it a little roughly. You know, I'm not saying I was tearing it up, but, you know, that pops over, and there we go. I think that's supposed to flip around. Oh, it does flip around just the other way. Now I've locked myself in. There we go, and that goes back. I believe so. Ooh, that's alloy right in there. Okay, give me just a second. Let me see. Now, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a couple of years since I've transformed this guy. And I know this is his back. We want to get these arms around here. I think I am almost positive that this is supposed to rock down and come back. Am I doing it correctly? Probably not. Probably, more than likely, absolutely not. Let's get that arm pushed up. Let's move that there. Let's get that moved. Let's push that out of the way. I like this because it tests the memory. That's right. Let's test the memory. This, there we go. There we go. That is his front. This goes spun around. Come on, work with me, buddy. We're almost there. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. That goes spun around. That goes down. These bits come down, and there is a little bit more die cast. I think this is die cast right in here, but it's really nice. Those arms rock down. That rocks down. Push that. These little bits kind of come in right here. We'll tighten everything up here in just a minute, but let's spin his arms around. There we go. There we go. Make him sort of look halfway like we know what we're doing. There we go, and I believe, do these panels, oh, they go, we got to get this all the way down, and then we hook these panels in back, right there, and right there, there we go, those panels hook in there, that kind of curves back and around. I know it's Transformer wizardry. This goes down, collapses on his back, cleans up very nice. There we go. Oops, he's gotten taller. Let's raise up a little bit. There we go. There we go. And if you notice, I've got a sheen to me. Ladies and gentlemen, it's warm out here. I am lucky enough to have my collection in my garage. There we go. And just like on the animated, you pop the fists out. And let's pop that fist out. Simply, he says. How did I do it so simple on the other side? It was so easy. Oh, I'm going at it wrong. I'm trying from the wrong side. There we go. And push that back. You lock your arms in, and we have him in his robot mode. Now, this is just the figure all by himself. No accessories, nothing kitted up. This is how he comes in the package. This is how he will come for you. But let's get, really check him out. He's got a fantastic head sculpt. And, of course, there's this little gimmick back here. You push this button, and his mask will come down. You push it, bloop, his little mask goes back up. And there's that little black button there on the back. There you go. You push it down. He's I don't know. I like my Prime with a thing like that. There's no matrix or anything like that in there. Just a little bit of silver accent. Kind of really looks good in the chest. Going on down, you got more teal, you got more red, you got that black, you got a little accent of red there on the toe, which is really cool. Back cleans up perfectly. That's all you got right there. But let's see. Let me show you. Before I do that, let's do a couple of comparisons real quick. Here he is next to the animated version that Hasbro gave us. There we go. And like I said, they are dang near the same. He's a wee bit taller because he's got a little bit more of a waist right there, if you can see that. And of course, there's the difference there right in the face. And this is tighter and looks better. Here is the animated Nemisis that they gave us. That is him right there. These two guys side by side, you can really see a lot of differences. He comes with this little axe, and, of course, he turns into the same truck-type deal. A lot of the same, but a lot of different. Of course, the head sculpt, but the body is basically the same, The little bit of difference because of the waist there. And let me move this guy back over here. What does this guy do? What kind of mobility does he have? His arms move all the way down. They go all the way out. You've got bicep. You've got a swivel at the shoulder, and you've got a bicep swivel. So you've got all the swivel in the world you want, and a double-jointed elbow. So you can kind of set that back in there. You got a nice little deep pop. Of course, that's for transformation, but the hands, they do swivel. Do they open up? I thought they opened up. Nope, they don't open up. But you got swivel, and because of, transformation, you got a little bit of rocker there. Anything, no ab crunch, but he does spin all the way around. The head, even though he's got the gimmick, spins around. No wiggle waggle or anything like that, but, we've got the waist. Legs go all the way out. They go all the way up. They go all the way back, all the way to kick his own self in the back of the head. And they are very tight. Every last bit of plastic and everything on this, the feel is the exact same as the Hasbro. A little bit more weight because of the extension here and the die-cast parts. Oh, I don't have that pushed in all the way. Let me fix this before somebody corrects me real quick. Oh, there's what that... Oh, wait, I forgot about that little part. Now, where did it go? There are these little flippy-flappies up underneath here. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I was forgetting. Come back out here, buddy. Whoa, come back here. These go in here. There we go. There we go. Okay, watch out for these little bits right here. I'm sorry, I forgot a part. I forgot a step. That's fine. That's the way it happens, Break out your pitchforks. No, you guys are pretty understanding, I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Speaking of which, if you are watching, and if you've watched this far, number one, I consider you a true friend. Number two, if you would please, there, got that put on. And look, those just barely move, but you got to be careful with that. I knocked them off, evidently. There. That's clicked back in. Those little bits are where they should be. We'll leave them alone. If you would, give me a like, maybe a subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know whenever I'm going live or dropping kick-butt videos like this one right here. Let's go on ahead. Let's give them the show. All right, this guy. First and foremost, let's do the feet real quick because they're easy. You got a peg in there. You got a corresponding peg right there. That clips in very nice, and then that clanks right over his knee right there. Let's make sure your tilt is correct because you can put this on either leg, but you don't want his tilt to be, inside out. I did that a couple times and couldn't figure out why. Let me go. That is pushed in there good. That is locked in there, and that is phenomenal. This guy's just begging for a little bit of that teal right there on his knees, I think. Wouldn't you think? I would. I mean, he doesn't stop. He doesn't stop looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go on ahead. Let's fold these hands back up. And how did we do that? We just did it. Come on, man. Let's fold back in. Clip that back up. Take the hand over here. Fold that in. We're experts now, aren't we? Clip that back up. We've got that closed. We've got that closed. Let's grab his gauntlets. These have a little peg in them. Whoop, right there. And they go in that little hole right there. How about that? How about that, ladies and gentlemen? There we go. Open that up. There's my hand that I thought we had. We got some open and close on that hand, and it'll do whatever you want it to do. Plus, it's got the little cupped thing in there, so your weapons actually will stay locked in place, which is always good. Let's go ahead and put his other one on. Same deal over here. There we go. Oh, man, see? Like I said, he cannot help but just look good. Let me do this real quick. It's hot outside. My camera lens, I think, is there. Does that clean that up? That looks better. I thought it got smudged. Anyway, there we go. We're working on this. What have we got so far? We got the fists. We have got the feet. Let us do the back. This is the best part, isn't it? We got 2 tabs right here and right here. We got 2 holes right there and right there. And if you take his back, you take this and you push it down, you got a tab and a hole and a hole. And isn't that the best? This will fit right on here. Does this stuff fit? on the animated guy over there? Yes, it does. But the backpack doesn't fit quite as well. These little bottom holes are different, so it has to set up a little bit. But all of this stuff will work with these primes. They all have the corresponding, little holes and little tabs that you need to put that armor on, and it will fit on these guys. So if you wanted a cool Nemisis, and you want to give that God Bomber armor to somebody else, you go right ahead. There we go. What else have we got? We got that. We got a thing on his back. We can give him his phenomenal, huge hammer. Yeah, this hammer is worth the price of admission right here. He can clip it in there. He can hold it very well, and it's kind of heavy. But yeah, he has no problem, holding his weapons. Whoop, I tell you what, we need to go up a little bit more. Holding his weapons up. He can do it, ladies and gentlemen. He has no problem. He's a master at it. Yeah, you can give him a hammer. You can give him the individual blasters. He can hold those. Those pop. There you go. You heard it. Those pop right into there. You can do that. Boom, boom. There you go. He can double blast. You can put this blaster in there. You can blast to your heart's content right here. But what I'm going to do, you can also take these blasters, and there's two holes right here and right here. That's where they go. And you kind of cock them out sideways and point them like that. At least that's what I'm going to do. And there you go, and there you go. Oh, yeah. See, there you go. That's going to be kind of loud for him, but he don't care. And you've got your cool battle axe here, which he can dual-wield axes. We'll give him his red axe over here in this handle. Pop that in there. There you go. We'll give him his battle axe or his battle hammer over here. That's his battle axe over there. Sorry about that. Another strike. There you go. We'll close that hand up right there. And this thing, like I said, you can put it in his hand, and he can undersling it like that right there. Or you take that little peg that's out, and on the back, whoops, sorry about that, taking you for a ride. On the back, there's a little hole right there. You take and you just stick it right in there. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, not only does he come with all this stuff, he holds it all. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, it is the BAIWEI TW1036 Maintenance Team Leader. The head of custodians right here. The maintenance team leader. There you go. And you can turn this here. Oh, one thing I wanted to try out too. Said he had light piping. I want to check the light piping. How about that? Can we do that real quick? Oh, there we go. Let's open that up. Ooh. Now, let's look at that head right there. I'm trying to shine my light in. How's that light? Whoa, that light piping looks good. Check that out, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, I have also ordered the Optimus Prime version of this guy. So you know what that means? That means you are really, really going to have to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. So you know whenever I pop on, whenever I get this dude, I got two other things from AliExpress today. Do you want to see what they are? Make sure you like and subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, whatever you have going on, from the bottom of my heart, Nemisis doesn't have one, but Joe Prime does. From the bottom of my heart, I hope it is the absolute best. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, till next time. Bye, guys. Oh, that guy was so much fun to play with. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, you will not, absolutely, positively, and let me tell you too, AliExpress, $20, it was $23 with everything. $23 AliExpress all day long. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, it's time for Joe Prime. All about on the table.